Okay. 3, 2, 1, and we are live. Hello. Let me just check. Yeah, that should be good. Okay. Just gonna take the political compass test now. Probably gonna zoom this in. How do I do that? I really should have done that before I started the stream. Okay. Zoom. Large page. I'm gonna set to 3. Oh, bloody hell, okay. Okay, that should be a lot more visible. Visible. Okay. Good. Okay. For taking the test, please. Okay. Your responses should not be overthought. Some of them are intentionally vague. Their purpose is to trigger reactions in the mind, measuring feelings and prejudices. Okay. Okay. Purpose is to trigger reactions in the mind, measuring feelings and prejudices rather than detailed opinions on policy. All of them are necessarily biased, but we have careful balance of biases. Okay. Okay. Something that most of our critics simply don't understand. Fair enough. Okay. Key proposition to start with, concerning no less how you see the country and the world. If economic globalization is inevitable, it should primarily serve humanity rather than the interests of transnational corporations. Agree. I'm somewhere between agree and strongly agree, so I'll just put agree. I'd always support my country. I'm just generally not trusting of, large corporations. I'd always support my country, whether it was right or wrong. Ooh. Good question. I'm going to put strongly disagree on this one, because I just don't tend to do what I'm told. No one chooses their country of birth, so it's foolish to be proud of it. I'm put disagree. I think you can be proud of your country, even. Yeah, that's true. That's like saying I'm proud of my sisters, for example, and I didn't choose them. So yeah, I think you can have pride in your country. Our race has many superior qualities compared with other races. But strongly disagree. I don't think anyone's inherently better than other people. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Agree. I think you always need allies. Military action that defies international law is sometimes justified. Agree, but I don't think that's the case for the vast majority of cases. Like what was going on between Israel and Gaza, that certainly wasn't justified. There is now a worrying fusion of information and entertainment. Agree. I think people tend to just, go with, oh, my brain did a happy, and now they just believe whatever their brain thinks. Now the economy. We're talking about attitudes here, not FTSE index. Okay, people are ultimately divided more by class than by nationality. Agree. I think if you're a lot of the time despots in third world countries, they they are mainly able to be despots because of the wealth disparity. Controlling inflation is more important than disagree, because at the end of the day, yeah, you still need that wealth to be distributed properly, because corporations cannot be trusted to voluntarily protect the environment. They require regulation. Um, agree. Agree. Like I said, I don't really trust large corporations. From each according to his ability to each according to his need is a fundamentally good idea. Agree. I'm not a hardcore communist, but I do generally believe in a social safety net. The freer the market, the freer the people. Agree. I think there does need to be some sort of um, free market. That way people can exchange goods the way that they want to. Within reason, of course. It's a sad reflection on our society that something as basic as drinking water is now a bottled branded consumer product. I don't really feel one way or the other about this, I have to be honest with you. I don't really have any strong opinions on this, so I'll put disagree. Land shouldn't be a commodity to be bought and sold. Disagree. I don't know, I can't decide. I mean, in an ideal world, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. It is regrettable that many personal fortunes are made by people who simply manipulate money and contribute nothing to society. Strongly agree. I don't like people. Protectionism is sometimes necessarily in trade. Agree. I think sometimes, like during wartime, that might be necessary to protect freedoms. For the greater good, as they say. The only social responsibility of a company should be to deliver a profit to its shareholders. Disagree. Disagree, because we've all seen where that can get things. Margaret Thatcher. The rich are too highly taxed. Disagree. I don't really feel one way or the other about this. I mean, a lot of the rich tend not to be taxed at all, and that's exactly the problem. They don't pay their fair share. Politicians keep giving them tax breaks, and it's like, what the frick are you doing? Those with the ability to pay should have access to higher standards of medical care. Agree. I think you should be able to, though I do think that but again, I do think that there should be a basic safety net. Government should penalise businesses that mislead the public. Agree. I agree with that. Though the government isn't perfect, I do think that you shouldn't lie to your customers. A genuine free market requires restrictions on the ability of predator multinationals to create monopolies. Strongly agree, because otherwise everything becomes exactly the same under a monopoly, and I am just not happy with that idea. Now a look at some of your personal social values. Abortion when a woman's life is not threatened should always be illegal. Ooh, this is a tricky one. Should always be illegal. That's a tough one. I mean, I tend to, by default, just on my personal values, I say they should keep it alive, but in a political sense, I disagree. I don't think there's any realistic way to enforce that without consequences. All authority should be questioned. Agree. An eye for, I mean, I think that's just common sense. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. I don't know. But agree. I don't. I mean, I think they need to be very careful. Oh, bloody hell! My bike just collapsed there. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about that one. I guess they're talking about what's it called? Capital punishment. That's it. That's they're talking about that. Then I put. Yeah, I'm gonna put that. Taxpayers should not. No, actually, I don't. I can't just. I can't decide, so I'll put disagree. Taxpayers should not be expected to prop up any theatres or museums on a actual basis. Pardon me. Ooh, I cannot decide on that one. I'm gonna put. It depends what it is. So I'm a any, so I'm gonna put disagree because it depends what it is. Schools should not make classroom attendance compulsory. Disagree. I genuinely believe in the importance of education, even if you hate school. All people have their rights, but it is better for all of us that different sorts of people should keep their own kind. All people have their rights. I don't really know what it's asking. Is it asking about the butt part? But it is. I don't really know what that means. So I'm put disagree. I think they're talking about like race, for example. No, I don't really have a problem with it one way or the other. I don't really have a problem with non-white people. Good parents sometimes have to spank their children. Ooh. Good question. Sometimes. I'm not sure. I haven't been a parent. Maybe agree? I don't really know. It's natural for children to keep some parents from there, of course, yes. Possessing marijuana for personal use should not be a criminal offence. Agree. It doesn't tend to really solve the issue. The prime function of schooling should be to equip the future generation to find jobs. Agree. I mean, what are you at school out for? I'm sorry to say, if you want to contribute to society, people with serious inheritable disability should not be allowed to reproduce. Disagree. Yeah, disagree. I don't really feel one more the or the other about it, so I disagree. The most I mean, I think people generally should have, reproductive freedom. The most important thing for children to learn is to accept discipline. Disagree. I think the most important thing is to have critical thinking skills. That's the most important thing to me. There are no savage and civilized peoples, there are only different cultures. Ooh. It depends. I haven't really seen it be a racial thing. I think people behave badly depending on their individual and cultures. So yeah, I'm gonna put if there are any. Yeah, I'm gonna put agree with that one. Those who are able to work and refuse the opportunity should not expect society's support. are able to work and refuse the opportunity. Well, it depends what you mean by that. So I'm put, hmm. Generally, I'd say no when in doubt. I can't really decide, so I'm put no. When you're troubled, it's better not to think about it, but human will. No, I don't think they're mutually exclusive. I think you can think about it and keep busy with more cheerful things. I don't see them as mutually exclusive, really. First generation immigrants can never be fully integrated with their new country. Disagree. It depends on the culture, and I've seen some people integrate, so it's fine. So I'm putting disagree. What's good for the most successful corporation? Again, one of my friends is German, so he's an immigrant technically. What's good for the most successful corporations? No, I don't agree with that. I think I've already said why. No broadcasting institution, however, independent should receive public funding. I can't decide, so I'll put no. I don't know. How you see the wide society. Our civil liberties are being excessively curbed in counter-terrorism. Agree. I've seen a lot of crackdowns on protests unnecessarily. A significant advantage of a one-party state is that it avoids all the arguments that delay progress in a democratic political system. I mean, yeah, but like, usually that's a bad thing, I would say. I'm generally quite like the idea of democracy, and I don't trust. But I can't decide. One significant advantage. I mean, there are times that it can help. I'm not saying it never helps. I just can't find myself to fully disagree with that argument, even though I still prefer democracy. Although the electronic age makes official surveillance easier, only wrongdoers need to be worried. Disagree. I don't trust the state, really. Well, the thing is, I understand the necessity for the state, but I don't. That doesn't mean I trust the state. If that makes, though both of those things can be true at the same time. Should be an option for the most serious crimes. Disagree, because sometimes they get it wrong, and then oopsie daisy. In a civilized society, one must always have people above to be obeyed and people below to be commanded. Well, that depends. I mean, in a democratic society, it's supposed to be from the bottom up. That's a tough one. I'm gonna put disagree. Abstract art that doesn't represent anything should be consulted at all. No, because art is completely subjective. In criminal justice, punishment should be more important than rehabilitation. God, I'm gonna make myself look like a communist there, aren't I? It's a waste of time to try to rehabilitate some criminals. Agree. I don't think anyone can be I don't think everyone can be rehabilitated. I think that's a massive cope to say that anyone can change. I mean, you can only change if you want to change, right? So The business person and the manufacturer are more important than the writer and the artist. Um, hmm. That's a good question. I genuinely don't know the answer. Disagree. Mothers may have careers, but their first duty is to be homemakers. Um, I do think women generally tend to be better with, for example, babies, but I don't think they should be forced into it. So if it's focusing on the but there, that's the part you're focusing on, I think. So disagree. Almost all politicians promise economic growth, but we should heed the warnings of climate science that growth is detrimental to our efforts to curb global warming. Mm, uh, but that part. Agree. Wait. I don't know. I do genuinely don't think that growth and climate science are necessarily exclusive. But I don't know. I'm just gonna put that soon. I don't know. I don't know. I'm put that. I don't making peace. I don't know that. I'm in doubt here. Making peace with the establishment is an important aspect of maturity. Uh agree. Agree. I think that ideally people should get along. But it depends how it's done, obviously. You got through that okay, you'll find this proposition through astrology anything. Haha, fuck you. You cannot be moral without being religious. But disagree. Charity is better than social security as a means of helping the genuinely disadvantaged. Uh, hmm. Disagree. Some people are naturally unlucky. Naturally unlucky. It is important that my child's school instills religious values. Disagree. I'm an atheist and I don't feel one way or the other about it. Finally, look at sex. Sex outside marriage is usually immoral. Uh, you depends what it means by that. So, I mean, I tend to believe in relatively traditional relationships, even those that are not heterosexual. I'll put disagree there because I'd be a hypocrite otherwise. Same-sex couple in a stable, loving relationship should not be excluded from the possibility of a child adoption. Uh, agree. I don't really see what the difference. I'm put strongly agree. I don't really see what the difference is. Pornography depicting consenting adults should be illegal for all the adult population. Uh, agree. What goes on in a private bedroom is consent. Agree. Actually, put strongly agree. No one can feel naturally homosexual. Fuck you. No, strongly disagree. These days openness about sex has gone too far. Um, Agree. I don't know. Hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I don't. I think some people take it a bit too far. Right. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Duh, 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 duh. Sandpiper. Quite as a current. Okay. Interesting. Oh, okay. I rank about there. Interesting. All right then. Screenshot of that. Interesting. Do, do, do. All right then. All right then. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all in a bit. Peace.